Hello everybody. We're already a few weeks now into the new year, and we want to take this moment in order to wrap up the last year and talk about what happened there, and also give an outline of what is yet to come in the new year for Genesis Mining. Additionally, we want to give you a special insight into one of our newest facilities that we have built. The last year was a year full of opportunity and growth for the whole blockchain and cryptocurrency world. It is remarkable to say that Genisis Mining has reached nearly 2 million customers towards the end of last year. If a business is talking about a growth of 50% from one year to another, that's something that is already quite an achievement. But those numbers are not even comparable to the numbers that you're experiencing in the cryptocurrency world. Genesis Mining has grown by a much larger factor than that, and that is great, but it really has also put us in front of a lot of challenges that came with it. One of the challenges, you probably remember, towards the end of last year's summer, where we had a small security breach into a part of our system. It was nothing very critical, and all the mining operations were unaffected, but nevertheless, some coins have been stolen. And this really has put us into a situation where we have put all of our effort and all of our energy into solving that issue and fixing the system and improving it to a way that something like that will never happen again. We have hired the best security specialists and really have done everything, and are very happy to say that this has been fixed by now. Very important to say here is that Genesis Mining has covered all the lost funds to 100%, so that none of you and our customers have experienced any losses from that. I think this is something very remarkable, and you're not seeing that for the usual other businesses. And I think this is a great sign to show how important you are to us and how important it is to deliver the best service to you. Shortly afterwards, we had to face the next challenge, and also probably you know about it. I'm talking about the payouts. I really need to say something. As great as blockchain technology is, and we know now that it will bring a lot of new advancement and a lot of new technologies to the world, we're still at its infancies. And Genesis Mining, as one of the largest players in the space, is a pioneer in that regard, and we are facing problems that other companies that are much smaller are not facing. The payouts is one of them, as we are paying out every day a bulk payout and push a large amount of transactions into the blockchains in order to pay out our large amount of customers. This is something where the whole team of our developers are working on day and night to improve, and they are very good, and they have been into this space since the beginning when we started in 2013, and they are working together with the developers of the individual blockchains like Ethereum, Litecoin and Bitcoin in order to address that. I can also say that this problem is affecting some of the other major players, for example the exchanges, but not to that extent as it affects us, as they're not doing these large payouts on a one-time basis every day. Both the security breach and the payout situation in the end has made Genesis Mining much stronger than any time before. We have learned a lot in that time, and we really we are very happy to say that we have already by now improved the system to a much greater extent, and we have nearly recovered nearly all the missing payouts. I know that the majority and vast majority of our customers are very happy and successful with our service, but also I understand some of you are really missing payouts and are waiting for that. Rest assured that we are doing everything we can in order to remain the situation, and in order to also pay out everything that is still missing, and in the end have a system that is much more improved than the old one, and have addressed that issue to the best extent. As you probably know, especially towards the end of the last weeks, the blockchain and cryptocurrency attention has grown to an extent that no one of us could have ever imagined before. I think if you're going now on the street and talk to the usual people, they would probably tell you which ICOs they have participated or which cryptocurrencies they have invested in. It's completely crazy, so to say. This, of course, has put us into another challenge, because the people are, the whole world is now either wanting to buy cryptocurrencies or they want to mine them. And when they want to mine them, they are most likely ending on our side. This is also great, but also, as you know, our capacities are limited in a natural way. We can only work 24/7, and we can only expand our teams to such an extent. We are already building bigger farms than we ever have built, but also our capacity is limited. And most importantly, we cannot sell what we don't have. So that's why when you're currently going on our website, you will realize that we're sold out on all of our computing powers that we're offering. I want to say at that part a very good news to you, that we will be able to shortly relaunch and get back with a good amount of new capacity, but we have to see how we will deal with that, because what we don't want is directly after 1 or 2 days after the relaunch that we're sold out again. So we will probably either limit the new capacity for each user or only offer it to our existing customers. The next year now, I'm already very excited, because there will be a lot of new functionalities and a lot of new features coming up from Genisis Mining. We will, shortly in the near-term future, you will see a Genisis 2.0 interface, so to say, which will give you a lot of more smooth handling and a lot of more efficient and better user experience on our website. We will improve our dashboard and all the rest. And of course, we will expand in the new year continuously our facilities, and we will build bigger farms than we have ever built. Very exciting also to say is that Genisis Mining in the next year will offer services that go beyond mining, and I'm very happy to say that. So now we're standing in front of the new facility, and I want to say one thing which is very important to me. Security is one of our highest priorities, and especially as there is so much interest now from various parties that not always have the best intention, and also a lot of people try to copy us, etc. We have to be very much aware of that. So as we're going in, we're only showing parts of the new facility, which are where we can make sure that there is no intellectual property disclosed or any secret things revealed. So this is for the better of all of us, and in particular for you. I'm very excited now. So let's get inside, and I will show you around. So as you can see, this whole facility is very high and also goes very long, which increases also the efficiency on the cooling side. What you can see here is the first row of miners, and the ones of you who might have seen the build out in Iceland might wonder, because it looks a little bit different. Those machines you're seeing here are highly optimized, highly more optimized machines, and also, which is very important to say, the density is much higher, which allows us to deploy more computing capacity at a given space area of space. Let's go around the corner to see the rest. So you're seeing here that it's going far behind, and even behind the wall it continues to go further. This here is the hot aisle, and it's very hot in here. And what you can see here is that the cold air from outside is rushing through the miners and heating up, and then gets collected here. It's really remarkable how much airflow we have here, and you cannot imagine how hot it is too. I also want to show you here a small view behind the machines. There's a lot of cabling, and you can see. So now we're coming to a special location here. So we have just seen the hot aisle, and now we're getting into the cold aisle, where it is freezingly cold. So again, here is the cold air coming from outside, and the airflow is very high. So as you can see here, it's really very high pressure. And here we're having the next aisle. And of course the whole facility is maintained and optimized by our in-house developed optimization tool, Genisis Hive, which is also to the benefit of you because it increases the efficiency and the stability of the machines. So what you're seeing here, it continues now on and on towards the end of the facility. We don't need to go through it all. I really at the end want to say thank you to all of you. Without you, this would never have been happen, and I would not stand here. So I'm very thankful for that, for all your support from the early days of 2013 until now. And I'm very excited for the new year to come. Thank you.